Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Lily, aka Lily Firebomb, and for today's video I'm actually going to be doing a review on some makeup brushes that I got off of Amazon along with a sponge. So the makeup brushes I'm going to be doing a review are actually on these makeup brushes here that are mermaid inspired brushes, which I'm totally excited about. They're really pretty as far as like the design. I love the color. They're super lightweight, which kind of, you know, they're like, I think it was like 11 brushes for like, I don't know, $7.99, something like that. And I actually had to buy two different sets because one of them was more like of smaller brushes, so I do have like doubles on certain brushes, and then I try to get others that like had bigger brushes, like for face brushes. So there's these brushes here. And now the other thing that I'm gonna be reviewing is actually this makeup sponge here. It's by Zenda Naturals, and this was actually Amazon's choice. And this one is kind of like a beauty blender, similar to it. So we're gonna go ahead and give this a try, and then I will tell you guys my final thoughts towards the end of the video. So let's go ahead and first start off with priming the face. And I am going to be using the Dr. Brandt, what is this? A Dr. Brandt Luminizer Primer. And I basically just go around and I'm gonna dot everything. I'm gonna go ahead and take this little brush here and just go ahead and buff that into my skin. And this primer I actually got in my BoxyCharm. I don't know if it was last month. It might have been last month actually. And I love it. You guys don't even know how much I love this primer. It smells nice and it has some glitter in it. All right, so let's go ahead and go in with the foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Wet n Wild foundation here. And I like this foundation. My only complaint is that it smells like paint thinner. But other than that, it is buildable. So you go from like medium coverage to full coverage. The sponge here, the instructions were to wet it like a beauty blender. So we're gonna go ahead and wet it, and then I'm gonna tap out I'm gonna squeeze out the excess with the towel, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start buffing in my foundation. All right, go ahead, buff that all in. Now it's really starting to smell like paint thinner even more. Now this sponge isn't as soft as a beauty blender. It's a little bit more on the hard side. But I mean, it's doing the work. And if you're like me, you can't always afford a beauty blender. So far this seems like a good alternate. Next in, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight the face with the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer here. And I'm actually just going to be putting this on the back of my hand. And I'm gonna go ahead and be using this weirdly shaped flat brush. It's kind of like an angled brush, but it's rounded. I've never seen that before. Just go ahead, put that here. Put some on the chin, on your philtrum, the bridge of your nose. Some on the forehead. I want to make sure you really get it right here though, under the eye. I'm gonna go ahead and go back with the sponge and I'm gonna blend that out. All right, let's go ahead and go in with our setting powder, and I'm gonna be using the Coty Airspun, and I'm gonna be using this big brush here. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and bake under my eyes, and what I usually do is I'll go in with a sponge right here and really tap in that concealer just because, I mean, I'm getting older and now I'm starting to get wrinkles under my eyes. And that is a sad truth. And then what I'm doing next is I just dipped it into the powder, and now I'm gonna go ahead and just set this right here. And even right here on the crack of the, even here in the crack of the nose, that way the foundation doesn't move. Now we're gonna go ahead and go in and contour, and I'm gonna be going in with the Ibby Beauty Highlight and Contour Palette. I actually got this back in my BoxyCharm as well, like months ago. And to contour, I'm gonna go ahead and use this brush here. I'm gonna go ahead and go in the temples and then go right here on the forehead as well. Now make sure, guys, if you're like me and you have a double chin, you gotta get that baby to look small or disappear. Okay, now to contour my nose, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this flat brush here. I'm kind of not really liking this brush. It's so stiff, like I'm having a hard time like navigating it like the way I want it to go as far as like curving it and stuff. Yeah, it's too stiff for my liking. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this pointing brush, and I'm going to go ahead and blend in that nose contour. I feel like it's not doing anything. Okay, it's not doing anything, so what I'm gonna do is just use my fingers to blend out that powder. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and go in with the Pure Bronze and Brightened palette, and I'm gonna go in with the blush, which is called Blushing Glow. And I'm gonna be going in with this angled brush here. Okay. Kind of picked up the product a little bit funny. And I'm just going to tap that on my cheekbones. And just circle it. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my eyebrows, and I'm gonna be going in back with my concealer. Now, clean off my eyebrows. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this weird flat angled brush here, and I'm going to clean up that concealer on my brows. These thicker brushes are more hard to work with. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this big, I think it's a blender brush, and I'm actually going to be setting my eyes with this using the translucent powder. All right, next up, I'm gonna go ahead and go back in with this big fluffy brush, and I'm gonna clean up under my eyes. Okay, and now to highlight, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this fan brush. Now, I never use fan brushes to highlight. I always go in like with a big fluffy brush like this, but I'm kind of curious of what the hype is about with using a fan brush, so we'll see. And I'm gonna be using this highlighter here in the Pure Cosmetics Bronze and Glow palette. Okay, this thing is kind of weird to I'm not used to this. It's weird. I'm trying to pick up. How is it even done? Okay, whatever. Tap off the excess. I feel like it's not getting enough on here. What the hell? I don't know. Is that how it's done? Am I not doing this right? I don't know. It tickles my cheeks. Oh, okay, I'm seeing it now. I don't know, this is weird, but I could tell you this right now, guys, I will never use a fan brush again to highlight. Get the chin, forehead, Get Cupid's bow. Okay, do the tip of the nose. Is that how? Look, it's like spread everywhere. Screw that fan brush, guys. I hate it. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and melt all my face together, and I'm gonna be using the Mario Badescu facial spray. And now I'm gonna go back in with that sponge, and I'm just going to tap it in together, and this is just going to melt all of your makeup together, so it's not gonna leave you looking dry and patchy. All right, guys, now to set my makeup, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the, it's all dirty. I'm gonna go in with the Cover FX, what is this? Illuminating Setting Spray. And this one, you're just gonna go ahead and shake it. That way, you do get glitter on you. You hear that? Because this does have glitter in it. It gives you a really pretty finish. And now, I don't use a lot of it because I think if you do use a lot of it, like it kind of leaves your face cakey, or at least like it did to me once. So what I do is just go 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put on my mascara off camera, and also lipstick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so these brushes, I will tell you what I maybe liked and what I hated. I hated this fan brush. I'm not a fan of a fan brush. I've had a fan brush before from the Strokes by Aloe collection, but that one was a big bulky, I guess you can say. It was just a fuller brush, and I actually would use that to contour. I really liked it. These little thin brushes, I hate it. I don't know how people highlight with these. Maybe I'm doing it wrong or something, but this is a no for me. It sucked. This was okay. I feel like it really wasn't picking up the product as well. Maybe just because these brushes, I mean, of course they're cheap made. They're not like Juvia's Place brushes where they're more fuller. And it picks up more product as well. This one kind of didn't do the job. This one here, as you can tell, it has a bristle sticking out of it, which is, I do not like. Oh, there we go, I got it off. I don't like these bristles. They're not all uniform. Also, they're not all like shaped together. They're like kind of like sticking out. These two are so thick, it is hard to navigate with them. I cannot work with them. They're no for me. This one here, yeah, I didn't like this one either. This one here is weirdly shaped. I've never seen a flat brush shaped like this. Yeah, I didn't like it. I like this one. I mean, it's good for, you know, cleaning up concealer or shaping out the brows, so this one was okay. I thought this one was okay. It didn't give me any hard time with contouring, so I'm okay with this one. The only thing, again, is like you see the bristles are like sticking out everywhere. This one here, I didn't really like it. It created a big mess. I'm more of a fan when I'm setting powder. I should have used this one. I like to use brushes that are like this, not angled. I use just like the flat top ones, but I should have used this one instead of using this one. But even then, this one, you see, the bristles are just sticking out everywhere. They suck. This one, I actually did like it too. Kitty! This one I did like actually to smooth out my primer in my face instead of using my hands. So this one I am a fan of here. Now the sponge. This sponge, it definitely did get bigger. The only thing is that it's so hard. It is hard. Not like, I usually buy the Ulta sponges because you know I'm on a budget, obviously. So I do buy the Ulta sponges and they're really soft. I really do like those. This one here, I mean, I'll keep using it, but it was just like you're pouncing it on your face and it's like you hear it pounce. You hear it pounce and it's hard. It's really hard. But those are my final thoughts. Now, would I buy those mermaid brushes again? Hell no. Would I buy this sponge again? Hell no. that is it for today. If you guys like this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and also turn on that notification bell so you get notified each time I post a video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Wherever you are, have a good day or a good night. Until next time, bye.